Hi everyone and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So in today's video we are going to be doing something very special. I have bought a new toy, but it is not going to be a games console. It is going to be something that's going to help us keep our collection in tip-top condition. So let's roll the intro and then we'll get on and have a look at what I've got. Okay, so as the title of the video says, and you'll probably sort of have guessed from the thumbnail and the title, that we are going to be doing some disc repairs. So I have right here a brand new JFJ Easy Pro disc repair station. So which will allow us to put in some discs and clean the sort of basically remove scratches, clean, buff and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a copy of FIFA 12 on the Xbox 360 that I've got. The condition's not overly great. I'm just trying to, hopefully you can see that on the camera. So there's quite a few sort of deep scratches and that in there. So we are going to be trying to sort of bring that one back to life. But another reason why I wanted to sort of buy this is because sort of there's been a couple of the Facebook Marketplace collections that we've done that the discs haven't been in sort of brilliant condition. They still work and that, but not in brilliant condition. And also we've got all of these games that need to be sorted. I think there's 17 games here. This pile I was going to go and take to CEX to sort of get repaired. So what they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that would have been £16 to repair them. Then I've also got, I think there's another 10 or so here. So we've got 3 sort of games that it just wouldn't be worthwhile to get repaired. I think the games themselves, to sort of buy them in CEX, were sort of £2 to £3, and then obviously the disc only ones are not ones that I sort of add into the collection, because obviously I like to have at least sort of the case and the artwork before I add them in, so they wouldn't have got repaired either. But now I have got the JFJ Easy Pro, I'm going to be able to repair them. So let's switch the camera around and we'll get this unboxed, get it set up, and we will try and repair our FIFA disc. So here we go, we've got a box here and we will get it open and have a look first hand. So obviously I've not opened it yet, it arrived today. There we go. So first off we've got little sort of tips leaflet, and there is the box itself. So I'm going to move this one off to the side. There you go. Just chuck it across the room. Right, so first off in the box we've got the instruction booklet, a couple of instruction booklets. So it just gives you sort of pictures as to sort of how to set it all up, and obviously selling the extra bits and pieces. And then, wow, it is really small. I know I've had people say that it's quite small. Right. So there we go. That is the actual JFJ Easy Pro. And it comes with the UK plug. And then if we go inside, it's got a couple of the compounds as well. So it's got an anti-static disc cleaner. Then it's got the 2 buffing compounds. Now these are extremely confusing because you've got compound 1, which you actually use second, and then compound 2, which you actually use first. So yeah, bit confusing how they've numbered it, but as long as you know, it's all good. Then we've got 2 of the foam pads. These are the 2 buffing pads. So we use 1 pad for each compound. We've then got the sanding pads. So these are Velcro double-sided, and you can stick the sanding pads on them. So we will be using the soft, I think there's a soft and there's a coarse. Yeah, so we've got free soft sandpaper, free coarse. The coarse is used for sort of really, really deep scratches, but our FIFA disc isn't like that. So we're going to use the fine or the soft one in this video, and we'll use the sanding pads as well. And then we also get a microfiber cloth as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off and get the unit set up, and then I'll take you through actually sort of using it to fix the disc. So here we go, we are all set up now. What I've done is I've already sort of pre-stuck the sandpaper onto the sanding disc. Literally the sandpaper discs have just got adhesive on the other side, and they just stick to the pad. Then the pad, there's a little notch just inside, just there, and then there's a hole in the bottom of the sanding pad, so that just fits over the notch and then gets put on that disc. Then we pull out the disc to be repaired, so that gets put on there, and then just a plastic attachment. Attach that securely, and then all we've got to do is close the lid down, turn it on. Now with the sanding, you only run it for sort of 10 to 20 seconds, so I'm only going to run it for 10 seconds and we'll see how we get on. And there we go. So that is the sanding done. So normally you wouldn't pull the disc off, you'd just do everything in one go. But for the purpose of this, we will. Now, hopefully you can see it. The disc has gone sort of quite cloudy. And you can see all the sort of swirl marks. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. So there you go, that's probably the best way to show it. The disc is quite cloudy. So what we'll now do is we'll take out the sanding pad and we'll get one of our buffing pads. So put that in. Then we'll remember to get compound number 2. And we'll put one blob there, so one blob at basically sort of 6 and 12 o'clock. I think I've used way too much there. So we'll put the disc back on. And then what people say to do is to basically put the disc on, rotate it, and do the same the other sides. That way it stops the liquid basically flying everywhere. So with this one, we are going to do this for 1 minute, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so that is the first minute sort of done. So what we're going to do is open it up, and wow, looks amazing. I'm not going to pull it off yet. I'm going to leave it on there for a minute because I'm going to pull this disc off, and I'm going to stick the other buffing pad on, and we'll use compound number 1 just to get it sort of really good, or get it the best that we can. I've got to clean it out afterwards, after each time as well, because the compound does sort of fly about a bit, but I'm going to try and use less compound in this time round. Right, and then once again I'm going to put the disc down on it and then rotate them round, and then we'll do it for another minute. Okay, and that is the next minute done. So let's get it opened, and that is going to need a bit of a clean. So let me see, I think I've got some toilet roll here. I'm just going to use it to sort of wipe it off. I've got a proper sort of cleaning kit as well that I am going to use to clean it all up properly. Right, so there is obviously the compound on there, so let's get it put onto here. I've had these CD cleaners kicking around my drawers for absolutely years now, and it's the first time I'm actually going to use them productively. So obviously whenever you sort of clean a disc, you always drag out sort of from the centre. It does help if you get all of the compound off before you do this. And what we'll do is we'll make use of the microfiber cloth as well. And that looks absolutely flawless. I am absolutely amazed. I cannot see any blemishes, scratches or anything on that disc. That is absolutely brilliant. Well, that is a massive endorsement from me for the JFJ Easy Pro. I thought I'd use the FIFA in case I sort of mucked it up, but that is, it's so simple to use. The results speak for themselves. So what I'll do is I will stick up, I'll stick up 2 sort of pictures now, sort of the before and after, and yeah, absolutely amazing. So it was, I will say, it wasn't cheap. It wasn't a cheap bit of kit, this. I think I paid £210 to have it delivered, but I think in the long term I'm probably going to reach the point where it's just going to save me money. So yeah, I am really happy with this. It is an absolutely brilliant machine, and yeah, if it can do all of my discs like that, so especially the pile that I showed you that I was sort of getting ready to get repaired, that was £16. So that is already £16 that would have saved me, plus all of the additional ones. So these 3 as well, I haven't got them in the collection, so these will get added to the collection. So that's another £2 that it will save me, because obviously I wouldn't have had to buy, I don't have to buy them now. And yeah, so that is it, the JFJ Easy Pro, an absolutely brilliant bit of kit, absolutely love it. And now I'm going to spend the rest of the night fixing discs. So just want to say a massive thank you for all of you for joining me. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button down below and also subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. But yeah, as I say, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed it. And with that said, I will see you on the next one. All right, bye.